Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marilyn's Tarot Take. I am excited to bring to you today the Earthbound Tarot. And one of the main things that attracted to me to this Kickstarter, because this was a Kickstarter deck, was that she created the paint pigments from the desert and all the earth elements. So she made all these paints herself. So I was really excited about that. And the bonus is it's a gorgeous deck. I mean, it's just beautiful. So let's look at the deck. It's just in a tuck box and it's rose petal. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love rose petal. A deck created with earth pigment paints. This is designed and illustrated by Celine Gordon, and it's printed in the United States, www.offgridstudio.net. Just a lovely, nice, plain box. And on the back, Earthbound Tarot is a hand-painted deck created with pigments foraged from the land itself, rocks, ash, and organic materials gathered from across New Mexico. Each of the 78 original paintings was made using watercolor paints ground by hand with a mortar and pestle, then mixed with natural binders to create colors rooted in the desert palette. This is a deck of deep connection to nature, to craft, and to the cycles of growth, decay, and renewal that shapes our lives. Every card carries the energy of the land it came from. Isn't that fabulous? I'm all about that. I was really impressed that she did that. So let's take a quick look here. Comes with a nice little book. Nice and nice quality. The only pictures in the book are between the suits. Lovely. You can see the artistry already. It's just like, oh, I love watercolors anyway. So this is for Randy. A few years ago, we decided to try foraging for earth pigments in Jemez. You knew exactly where to look for the rocks we needed, and at that moment sparked everything that followed. You've been my most important artistic collaborator throughout this project. I couldn't have made this deck without you. So that's how it started in Jemez. And here are some of the stones that she used. Each card in this deck was painted with pigments gathered directly from land. I forged rock, soil, and dirt from canyons and washes across New Mexico, places that hold deep history and resilience. These raw materials were grounded by hand into fine powders and mixed with natural watercolor binder to create paint. As I painted, I imagined how each archetype would inhabit the landscapes that the pigments came from. The warm reds, yellows, and browns come from sandstone and mudstone, sedimentary rocks formed over millennia through the layers of pressures of time. The grays in the deck are made from tuff, a soft, powdery stone formed from compacting volcanic ash. The deep blacks were made from burn scar ash left behind by forest fires. Isn't that cool? In the world of earth pigments, cool tones are rare. Greens and blues are especially elusive, hard to find in stone, and often muted when they do appear. I've occasionally come across green clay and rock though the hues tend to be soft and subtle. To help them stand out, I often pair them with their complement, red sandstone, which brings out their hidden depth and vibrancy. For blue, I turn to indigo, a plant-based pigment with a long history across cultures. Indigo is rich and versatile, shifting in tone depending upon how it's layered, from the pale blue of a morning sky to a deep inky night. These cool tones, though rare, hold a powerful presence in this deck. Working with these materials grounded the deck in something real. Each card carries a story of place and time and change. The process itself became a meditation on the power of creating something from what the earth gave us. I love that. I just love the whole premise of this deck. So I'll put a little link to her off-grid studio. About the artist, Celine Gordon is an artist and tarot reader based in New Mexico whose work is deeply rooted in the landscape of the Southwest. Through printmaking, painting, and the use of forged earth pigments, Celine creates art that honors the natural world and the stories it holds. Her creative journey led her to develop Earthbound Tarot, a deck that blends her love for nature, symbolism, and intuitive practice, offering a tangible connection between art and the earth. In addition to her studio work, Celine teaches workshops focused on natural pigments, block printing, and eco-friendly art practices. Her teaching is an extension of her creative process, hands-on, community-centered, and grounded in the reverence for place. Whether through personal artwork or shared instruction, Celine's practice invites others to slow down, observe closely, and find the meaning in the materials of the earth. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I love it. I love it. So let's look at the backs. They are gorgeous. Look at the backs. Reversible. This is a lovely linen, beautiful linen. The size is pretty standard, I think. Yep, spot on. Look at that. And to know how hard she worked for those blues makes it even more special. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just fell in love with the whole concept. And then when I saw all the artistry of it, it's just, she did a fabulous job. So we start out with the Fool. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. I love all those earth tones. And this is very RWS. It just stands firm on the RWS way of depicting the card. The Magician. Wow, got a little lightning bolt going there. Has everything he needs, all of his equipment, his tools. Gorgeous. The High Priestess. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The simplicity of it, I love. The line work is beautiful. And another feature I have always liked is if they have this little like picture frame type border, the image goes behind it and over it. The frame is actually part of the picture itself. I love that. It spills over. But yeah, this is just, oh, this cardstock is fabulous. I love linen cardstock anyway, but it's particularly good for this imagery. The Empress. Wow. Got the cactus here. Beautiful. Simple. But there's a lot going on, but it's simple. It's calming. I find this deck so calming. Peaceful. The Emperor. There's those blues. Purple. Love it. He's the Ram himself. The Hierophant. Gorgeous. Beautiful. The Lovers. Isn't that a gorgeous card? How beautiful. The sky, full moon in the back, the mountain. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. The Chariot. The colors are fabulous. She got such a depth of different hues of the browns and the beige, ecru, and the blue slash purple slash. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Strength. I love the Strength card. Got the mountain lion with her. And again, the background in front of the border. Love that. These are so beautiful. The Hermit. Look at those colors. Oh, he's got the lantern. Wow. Love the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? It's like a portal. Going to scamper through to another world. Gorgeous. Justice. Beautiful. Blind Justice. Hanged Man. Love this death card. Looking at her reflection upon death. Isn't that interesting? I love it. I love her interpretation that she's instilled in these cards. I love her take on it. Temperance. Beautiful. The Devil. This is a really interesting Devil card. Climbing away from the chains. Tower. Isn't this interesting? Looks like it's ready to topple. Don't know if this is fire. I'm assuming that would be the fire. Looks as if some people are falling here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. The star. Look at this. Isn't this just beautiful? Beautiful. Water dripping from her cup. Ah, and look at the moon. Instead of two dogs, we have two women howling at the moon. Gorgeous. The sun. That's a sweet sun card. Isn't that sweet? Very happy card. A few little flowers poking up in the desert. Judgment. Very interesting card. I love the shadows that are being cast here. The crack of the earth. Judgment has come. Beautiful. And the World. Gorgeous. Oh, love, love, love. Okay, here's the Ace of Wands. Isn't that lovely? Wow. There's that portal-esque again. I'm always finding portals and things. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colors. Two of Wands. That's a nice card. Three of Wands. Look at this. Down into the abyss. Interesting take on that. Let's see what she says about the Three of Wands. See if she has any sort of different meaning with that big drop in there. Okay, she says, a great fissure has split the earth open, revealing glowing magma just beneath the surface. A woman stands at its edge, drawn not by fear, but by wonder. The crack is rupture in her reality, an invitation to step beyond what is known and into the realm of possibility. The Three of Wands arrives when we feel the first stirrings of change. We may sense a longing for something different, a pull toward a new direction, or a bigger vision for our lives. This card reminds us that moments of disruption can be sacred. Cracks in the earth, like cracks in our habits, assumptions, or comfort zones, can lead us toward deeper discovery. How is the world changing around you? What is something you have never tried but have always wanted to? How can you remain curious even in uncertain terrain? Wow, I love that. That is fabulous. Gosh, I love these. Mm-mm-mm. Four of Wands. Nice. Comfy, cozy. A different type of celebration, celebrating peace, calm, the night, nature, each other. Beautiful. Five of Wands. Definitely a conflict going on there. Competition, conflict. I just can't say enough beautiful things about these colors. Oh, 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 oh. Six of Wands. Success. Some of these would make the most beautiful wall hangings. Seven of Wands. The fire's behind him. Eight of Wands. Definitely shows some speed there. There's the nine. Beautiful. And our burdensome 10. I like how there's an element of fire in each one. Literal fire. There's the page. Carrying the spark. Love that she's on a wolf. Love, love, love that. Gosh, these are beautiful. Queen of Wands. Very nice depiction. Love this. King of Wands. Well, let's turn it over, duh. Nice. I always like to view them together. And he's on his throne of wands. He's sitting on them. Her wands are a part of her throne as well. Wands and fire. Love that. Love, love, love. Okay, Ace of Cups. Beautiful card. Big stone cup. Two of Cups. Beautiful. What a setting. Wouldn't you like to be sitting there having your tea or coffee or water? Three of Cups. They're dancing in the rain. Four of Cups. Five. Definitely depicts grief or sadness. Gosh, these colors. All made from earth. Handmade pigments. I am so impressed. Six of Cups. Wow. Seven of Cups. Here's the 8, walking away, leaving her trail of cups behind. 9 of Cups has plenty of water. Plenty. 10. Very nice. Gotta straighten that. Drives me crazy when they're too crooked. Page. Isn't he happy? Look at that little happy face. So cute. Knight. Looks like he's riding a ram there. Queen and the King. Beautiful. They both look so peaceful. A lot of peace in these cards. Cool. Grounding indeed. I mean, literally. But this would be a great deck to ground with. Ace is beautiful. 2 of Swords. Traditional depiction there. 3, anatomically correct heart. 4, I love this. In that dream state, perhaps. Floating in the clouds, relaxation, repose, rejuvenation. Love it. Perhaps a little astral travel thrown in. Okay, 5 of Swords. He looks tired, doesn't he? That was a battle. 6 of Swords, she's taking herself across to calmer waters. Independent. Does not need the help of others. 7. Looks like he's burying those swords. All right, let's see what she has to say about the 7. With him burying those, that's interesting. Let's see what she has to say here. 7 of Swords. A man buries 7 bloodied swords in the earth, covering them to hide the evidence of something shameful. This is a card of deceit, whether it comes from others or lives within us. Lies can be told to gain advantage, to avoid consequences, or even to protect ourselves or those we love. But buried truths do not disappear. In time, what is hidden rises to the surface. The 7 of Swords urges us to confront dishonesty head on. Only by facing what has been concealed can we prevent greater harm and begin to repair what has been broken. What truths are you avoiding or afraid to face right now? Have you been fully honest with yourself or others? If not, why? Have you recently sensed dishonesty from someone else? Yes. And I sometimes use the 7 of Swords as a strategy card as well. Depending upon the situation I'm reading for, sometimes it comes as the strategy card. Beautiful. Okay, 8 of Swords. It's pretty traditional. Look at that. 9. Rather nightmarish situation there. And 10. Got the smoke in the background here. Page. Interesting, the page's swords are scissors. That's it. You could go a lot of ways with that. a lot of ways. Knight of Swords. Love that she's on a, I'm assuming, well, it's a white, it's not an eagle, it's white. Some lovely big bird. Gorgeous. This reminds me of the Morgan right here. Very much so. She is ready for battle. Here's the king. Queen and the king. They look formidable. Okay, and our last are the coins. Ace of coins. Simple sphere made of stone. Love it. Look at that. Oh. Two of coins. Beautiful. Love this three. This is so cool. Four. Holding the spheres close. Five of coins. Love this. They're out in a blizzard, but this is just so, it's planetary. They're moving on. They're trying to find safety, shelter. Maybe the planets are guiding them. Beautiful. Six of coins. Lovely, sweet. Seven. All right, my camera's going wackadoo again. Certain color spectrum seems to make it go a little bit crazy. Let's see if I can show that again with the right color there. This is flipping around because there's so much white on it. Eight. Nine. There's the bird. 10. Family gathering. Along with the dogs. How cute is that? Page. I love the pages. There's just such a sweetness about them. Knight. Ooh, riding the bear. Gorgeous. And the queen and the king of coins. They are happy. Happy, happy, happy. Beautiful. Those kind of go together very well like that. Even the landscape kind of fits. Wow. I'm just so happy that I backed this deck. It's a beauty. And the fact that all the paints are handmade, her artistry is so beautiful and so serene, yet impactful. I mean, the cards carry a punch, but there's peace to them. There's just this, they're just so unique. I haven't looked to see what her other artwork is available, what's out there, and I will be doing that. This deck is just beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm so glad I backed it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Put any comments that you have about it. Have you ever worked with pigments, handmade pigments or pigments from the earth. I mean, there's paints. I'm sure there's paints that maybe specify that they have used earth pigments. But have you ever used any? Is it to me? I would think it would be hard. I think watercolor is a hard paint to use anyway. But wow, 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 wow! I'm really loving this deck. I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to any comments that you have about it. I'd love to hear what you think of it. And I will be back soon with another video. I've got another one in the pipeline here. I'll be putting that up here in the next few days. But Earthbound Tarot, a deck created with earth pigment paints. I'm all about it. You have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you are watching this, and I will be back soon. Bye for now.